Hi and welcome to Spiel. My name is Tim and today I'm going to convince you to buy a paint stick. So you got your lovely set of plastic, resin or metal miniatures, you assemble them, and what's next? You want to base coat your miniatures. And what do you use? Your trusty paintbrush. But to be honest, a paintbrush, even a relatively large one like this, isn't the best way to paint your miniatures. And basically, basing your miniatures with a paintbrush is a hassle. The airbrush has a lot of benefits. You can use it anytime, year-round, no matter the weather conditions. Even if it's hot, humid, it's freezing outside, or it's too dry and your paint is already dried before it hits your miniature using a rattle can, a paintbrush is always there for you. But it does come at a cost. A paintbrush isn't cheap. And even these paintbrush paints are $4.75, and you can't really paint an whole army using this little bottle. So, my preferred way to base coat my miniatures is the old faithful rattle can. And maybe not the way you expect, using a flat surface, but my old faithful paint stick, or this side up. So let's go out and see why I use this instead of a flat surface and get the best results in priming your miniatures using a rattle can. With placing your miniatures on a large flat plate and using your spray can to spray them, is you will always be spraying upside down. So the paint will hit the top, the sides, but it won't hit the bottom of the parts. Solution is the paint stick and a piece of poster putty or blue tack. Take a piece of blue tack, a little bit bigger, put it on the bottom of your miniature or scenery piece and stick it to your paint stick. Pick a second piece. This one might need 2 pieces and add it also to your stick, and keep doing that until everything is attached to your paint stick. So after some work you get something like this, a maze of scenery or models. However, as you can see, I did leave some bits out. Some still need fixing, like these braziers, or others simply have too little surface to stick to the putty or blue tack, and it will leave you with a lot cleaning up to do. So how does it work? We got our maze, we got a spray can, shake well and start spraying. The benefit of the paint stick is that you can rotate your miniatures while you're spraying, and even though one might fall off there, you can get into all nooks and crannies and recesses simply by changing the angle which you hold your paint stick and your rattle can. So unlike the traditional way where you use a flat plate and spray from one angle or try to mix and match,
using both really is a benefit, especially when you consider that by simply putting it on the ground, you can hit all the places from above and from below. As you could see, 2 pieces fell off. So an important thing, and I can't stress this enough, is to use plenty of blue tack to stick your models to your paint stick. Here it falls again, and something you can't always avoid, but yeah, add enough blue tack. Because without enough blue tack, as you can see, some pieces might fall off, especially heavier pieces. As you can see, everything is base coated. I thought I needed a little dash in the nooks and crannies of the bookcases and the in stand, or whatever it's called, the bar. But as you can see, beautifully painted. Stick it up right and let it dry.
There you have it. A rattle can, my old trusty paint stick to better prime your miniatures. And let's take a look at these little scenery pieces from Mantic Games. I think they're part of both the dungeon set of the terrain crate and their town set, which will be upcoming I think later this year. But as you can see, even the deep recesses, you can hit them with your rattle can. Well, you can't really get there that well, especially from the bottom, using a normal flat surface to paint. Same goes for this lovely fireplace, all painted up, no longer the bright, shiny PVC plastic look you have. A little bit harder to spray because even if you stick it to your paint stick, it's hard to get below the table surface. You won't see it when you stick it onto your scenery, but it's nice to have at least a thought you gave it a little coat of paint. And finally we have this lovely card, which I still need to bend a little using some hot water. But as you can see again, it's lovely primed. I still need to hit the 3 or now the 4 places where I stuck it with my modeling on poster putty. So I hope I convinced you using a paint stick and a rattle can, and see you next time at Count Spiel.